Have you ever strived for perfection, only to realize it's just beyond your reach? What if that pursuit consumes you? Hello everyone, and welcome to Ace Book Talk. Today, we're diving into a thought-provoking short story by Honoré de Balzac, The Unknown Masterpiece. Honoré de Balzac, agent of French literature, lived from 1799 to 1850. He's renowned for his ambitious cycle of novels and stories, La Comédie Humaine, which aimed to depict French society in all its complexity following the Napoleonic era. Balzac was a master of realism, meticulously detailing the lives of his characters and their social environments. He explored themes of ambition, wealth, love, and the human condition with remarkable insight. The Unknown Masterpiece, published in 1831, is a gem that delves into the very nature of art, obsession, and the elusive quest for perfection. The story unfolds in a Parisian studio in 1612. We meet three characters: the elderly and celebrated painter, Fraunhofer, the young and aspiring Nicolas Poussin, who would become a famous artist himself, and the philosopher and art enthusiast, Pourbus. Pourbus, a successful painter of the time, is visiting Fraunhofer, a recluse rumored to possess unparalleled artistic genius, but whose work has remained hidden for years. Poussin, eager to learn from the master, accompanies Pourbus. The core of the narrative revolves around Fraunhofer's lifelong project, a painting he calls Catherine. For 10 years, he's been working on this piece, striving to capture the ultimate essence of beauty and life. He believes he's on the verge of creating something truly revolutionary, something that will surpass all previous artistic achievements. As Pourbus and Poussin converse with Fraunhofer, it becomes clear that he's completely consumed by his artistic vision, bordering on obsession. He describes his painting with passionate intensity, detailing the techniques he's employing to breathe life into his canvas. He speaks of colors that are not merely colors, but living, breathing entities, of lines that capture not just form, but the very soul of his subject. Intrigued and eager to witness this legendary work, Pourbus subtly suggests that Fraunhofer reveal his masterpiece. Initially hesitant, Fraunhofer eventually relents, driven by his desire to share his creation with fellow artists who might appreciate its genius. However, there's a catch. Fraunhofer demands a significant sacrifice from Poussin as the price for viewing Catherine. He requests to paint Poussin's beautiful mistress, Gillette. Poussin, initially resistant, is ultimately persuaded by his desire for artistic enlightenment and the urging of Gillette herself, who recognizes Fraunhofer's genius and believes in the transformative power of art. Finally, the moment arrives. Fraunhofer leads Pourbus and Poussin into his studio and unveils the painting. Studio and the focus and task Tis and Pizzy Pierre is on after taking What they see, however, is not what they expected. Instead of a breathtaking masterpiece, they are confronted with a chaotic jumble of colors, lines, and brushstrokes. It's a confusing mess, a seemingly abstract canvas that lacks any discernible form or figure. Porbus and Poussin struggle to find any semblance of beauty or meaning in the painting. I am a struggle guy in these elements absent einen Ho from Goliath, I did paying it off and At first, they politely attempt to find something positive to say, but ultimately they are forced to admit their disappointment and confusion. Only after intense searching, they manage to find a perfectly painted foot emerging from the chaos. Fraunhofer, initially filled with pride and anticipation, is devastated by their reaction. He is unable to comprehend their inability to see the beauty and perfection he believes he has achieved. He retreats into despair, his artistic vision shattered, his life's work seemingly rendered meaningless. The story ends tragically, with Fraunhofer burning all of his paintings, including Catherine, and dying alone in his studio, consumed by his shattered illusions. So, what can we learn from this cautionary tale? The unknown masterpiece offers several profound lessons about art, ambition, and the pursuit of perfection. Firstly, it highlights the subjective nature of art. What one person perceives as a masterpiece, another may see as chaos. Beauty truly lies in the eye of the beholder. Secondly, the story warns against the dangers of artistic obsession. Fraunhofer's relentless pursuit of perfection ultimately leads to his downfall, blinding him to reality and isolating him from the world. He becomes so consumed by his vision that he loses sight of the value of human connection and the importance of sharing his art with others. The pursuit of unattainable perfection can become destructive and paralyzing. Furthermore, Balzac's story explores the relationship between art and reality. Fraunhofer seeks to capture not just the likeness of his subject, but the very essence of life itself. However, he becomes so engrossed in this pursuit that he loses touch with reality, creating a painting that is ultimately incomprehensible. The story suggests that art, while striving to capture the truth, must also remain grounded in the tangible world. It serves as a reminder that sometimes the journey is more important than the destination, and that true beauty can be found in imperfection and human connection, not in the pursuit of an unattainable ideal. It also cautions us against seeking validation solely from external sources and to trust our own instincts. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of Balzac's The Unknown Masterpiece. I hope this discussion has sparked some thoughts about art, perfection, and the human condition. Subscribe for more book recommendations.